Good Lord, Miller. Look at this absolute bloody circus of a case file. I've seen some ghastly examples of digital incompetence in my time, but this is a complete and utter shambles. A man builds a massive bonfire in his suburban backyard, throws his victim's life into the flames, and thinks he's an abso-bloody-lutely untraceable ghost. Absolute cabbages, the lot of them. They wouldn't know their arse from their sodding elbow, even if they had a toddler's blooming picture dictionary.
June 2019, Salt Lake City, Utah. The file is the murder of 23-year-old university student Mackenzie Lueck. Mackenzie Speth Lueck was born on March 8, 1996, and raised in the city of El Segundo in Los Angeles County, along with one older brother and two younger brothers. She attended El Segundo High School, where she was on the swimming team and played water polo. She then attended the University of Utah, where she majored in kinesiology and pre-nursing, and was a member of the Alpha Chi Omega sorority. Mackenzie worked at a Salt Lake City biological testing company and planned to have a career in health sciences, speaking to advisors about going to nursing or medical school. Mackenzie was raised in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Friends described her as a ball of light, a confident, independent woman with a witty nature who always knew the right things to say. June 17, 2019. She steps off a flight at the airport at 2 a.m., orders a lift, the ride-hailing service, to a remote park, and completely vanishes into thin air. The local authorities spent days staring at dead ends because her phone had been permanently turned off. The Lyft driver who picked up Utah sorority sister Mackenzie Lueck recounted the haunting details of the ride. Mackenzie had just returned from a trip to her California hometown for her grandmother's funeral when she took a lift from the Salt Lake City airport to meet AJ in Hatch Park around 2 a.m. June 17th.
The ride seemed normal at first, but then small talk turned to a comment about something being strange. And she said, "Not as strange as where you were dropping me off in the middle of a park." She actually brought that up and said it was odd she was being dropped off there. I even put Mackenzie's bag in the hatchback of the Subaru that arrived to pick her up. I didn't get a close enough look at the person in the car. I just assumed it was a woman. I was the last person to see her. I thought, could I have done something different? Or is there anything I could have done? I played it over and over again. I made sure she was okay, so it gave me relief to say, okay, I did everything I could.
They panicked and called the circuit breakers in to bypass the local bureaucratic red tape. And so here we are.
Oh, brilliant. A girl vanishes from a public park. Her phone goes dark, and the local plod treat it like a tragic sodding mystery instead of a digital hunting ground. Welcome to Crime Cave, darlings, where we pull back the curtain on the world's most pathetic criminal masterminds. Hit subscribe, because unlike our young suspect here, absolute blooming cockwomble, who thought deleting an app erased his entire digital trail, I actually understand how technology works. Like that button, for instance. Click it so the algorithm knows someone in this room has a bloody clue.
Yeah, I'd like to get, if possible, have a wellness check done on my daughter. She flew in from California Sunday night. She got in about 1, and it was the last time I've heard from her, and I've been trying to get a hold of her all week. And her phone just tends to go to voicemail. I was just wondering if I could have somebody maybe go by her house and check on her.
Okay, and what is your daughter's name?
Mackenzie.
When did you say you heard from her last?
Last time we heard from her, she got off the plane coming back from L.A. It was 1 a.m. She was going to grab an Uber and go home, but that's the last I've heard from her.
So 1 a.m. this morning?
No, 1 a.m. Monday morning. So we've been trying to get a hold of her all week, and she hasn't. Usually it's unlike her to return her call, not return her calls, but it goes straight to voicemail, so I don't know if she's lost her phone, she's unable to communicate, but she should have a laptop or something, so just a little concerned, that's all.
Yeah, Yeah.
We're knocking on that door too.
Oh, I knocked on yours too.
So you're trying to get...
Do you know her at all? Yeah.
Or how we can get a hold of him to maybe get a key or something like that if we need it.
The key?
Yes, the key to the apartment so that we might be able to go in there just in case she is in there injured or something like that.
Like right now?
Yes, do you know your landlord's telephone number? Okay, because if you have their phone number, then I can call them just in case we do need that.
Sorry.
Her parents are calling in from California.
And they contact her father for any leads.
Hi, Greg. This is Officer Ewan with the Salt Lake Police Department. Ewan, yes. Great. Hey, I'm out here at her apartment, and her car's here. She's not answering the door. Do you have a phone number for her or anything like that? Okay. Okay. That just means that it's been shut off. Does she have is it an iPhone or something that you can do a Find My iPhone? Oh, okay. Sure, I'll try and see if there's any contact information for her up there at the university on what classes she might be taking, but I'm not sure to get out that information. You said her landlord is named May? All right, perfect. Well, if we find out anything, I'll give you a call, okay? Yep, no problem.
At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, say hang up or press 1 for more.
Hi, John. This is Officer Ewan with the Salt Lake City Police Department. Just giving you a call. I just need some information regarding a Mackenzie Lueck that lives in your downstairs apartment here at 870 East, 600 South. Her parents are concerned, trying to get in touch with her, and they haven't been able to do so. We were wondering if you had any contact information for her roommates on their rental agreements or anything like that. That way we can see if they've made contact with her. Also, we were looking at if you were local and you could come over and allow us inside the apartment just to make sure that she is not inside injured or incapacitated to the point that she can't answer the door. Anyways, give us a call back. The Salt Lake City Police Department's non-emergency number is area code 801-799-3000. Again, that number is area code 801-799-3000. Thanks a lot. So is that window open? Does that go to the basement?
Yeah, the blinds are up.
Out on the couch right there. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody on the floor. All right, I'm going off.
Ayoola thought because he used an encrypted dating app to lure her, he'd written the perfect bloody script. But his execution was a complete and utter shambles. Cockwomble.
The suspect was 31-year-old Ayoola Ajayi, known as AJ. Originally from Nigeria, AJ was born in 1988. He held a green card that allowed him to work in the US, a tech worker and aspiring author who lived just miles away from that park. He formerly studied at Utah State University, but was barred from campus in 2012 for several reasons, including problems with his visa and allegations that he had stolen an iPad. AJ was allowed to return to campus in 2015 after resolving issues with his visa. He studied computer science but did not graduate. When the Neighborhood Watch complained about a toxic, horrific smell coming from a massive fire in his backyard,
The smell of gas was outrageous. And I thought maybe I was in my bedroom and I smelled it through my window and I thought maybe it was my motorhome. And so I came outside to make sure, and there's this smell in the air that was just almost rancid. It was just really disgusting smelling.
he told them he was just burning some old trash. He thought the smoke screen was airtight.
Old trash. What a hopeless, bloody buffoon. It's batshit crazy, Miller. He sits there on his porch, watching human evidence burn, entirely oblivious to the fact that servers don't burn. You can melt a phone into plastic sludge, you total twat. But you can't torch a data log sitting on a cloud server across the country. Absolute bloody numbskull. He hasn't got the blooming brains he was born with.
The local detectives initially hit a wall because Mackenzie's main call logs and text history showed absolutely zero contact with AJ. They were total strangers. But once the case stalled, the circuit breakers audited her phone's unallocated data cache.
Let's look at the financial and application forensics right here, Varma. Bring up document 2A. Mackenzie hadn't used standard messaging. She was using an encrypted dating app, specifically designed for private arrangements. AJ thought the end-to-end encryption meant he was invisible. What a total plonker. He forgot that encryption only protects the data while it's moving. Once it lands on the provider's server, the paper trail is permanent.
Text subpoenaed the app's corporate headquarters. The server extractions completely vaporized AJ's timeline. We found the secret profile he used under a burner email address. And the chat logs? He'd spent hours orchestrating the midnight meeting at Hatch Park, precisely matching the exact minutes before her phone went permanently dark.
I've identified 6 active devices active in the area at that time. One actually pinged 6 separate times. It didn't belong to Mackenzie or the Lyft driver, but to a 37-year-old male named Ayoola Ajayi, also known as AJ. An IT professional who once worked for the armed forces. His phone had been in the same area as Mackenzie's just before 3 a.m., just before her phone went dark.
I've also managed to locate footage of AJ's vehicle entering Hatch Park, Mackenzie's last known location.
Oh, fudge. What a devastating twist for the defense. He wiped his own phone, he deleted the application, and he thought he was clever. You don't get a pass just because you hit the uninstall button, you absolute bloody tosspot. The digital signature put him directly in her digital pocket.
Careful with your blood pressure there, Lazarus. Remember what happened the last time you started shouting at a local file. Your balance isn't what it used to be.
My balance is perfectly pristine, Miller. Unlike AJ's physical yard. Armed with the app's server logs, investigators bypassed his lies, marched straight onto his property with search dogs, and began the physical excavation of that bonfire.
Yeah, they didn't give me the search warrant. I authorized it before. And then when they said the search warrant, can I borrow your phone then to call my lawyer? Clear this room, clear in the bathroom. Salt Lake Police, anybody down there? Hello? Salt Lake Police, can you come out, please?
Salt Lake Police? Hi.
Hi.
It's the police department.
Okay.
Are you renting this room?
Yes.
Okay. We are going to be serving a warrant on this house. So we need... Is there anyone else here?
Just me.
If you want to just grab your wallet.
I got it in my wallet.
Okay, we'll need you to come out then.
Okay. Is
there anyone else in this room?
Get my... No, nobody's here, just me. Just you? Can I get my car key? I'm going to be working at the airport.
Do you have... Grab your wallet.
He has his wallet. He just wants his car key.
We have some detectives upstairs. Let's walk upstairs. Let's double check that real quick, and then I probably got double shoot.
Yeah, I'll go ask right now. I want to disrupt anything that they're doing.
inside. I can tell you where I think I know where it is inside the drawer.
Yeah, he wants to get his wallet and potentially leave, so I want to
Get your wallet.
Yeah, but he's asking for one of us to go. So I'm going to talk to the lead detective.
But I'm just saying that's
I'm going to probably say yes too, but I want to clarify. Did you say you're going to which library?
There's a library down this road.
on the other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
300 West?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah, it's very new. It has couch that I can just sleep. But I will be there, and I don't have a phone, but if you guys walk in, I will sit where you can see me.
Okay.
I will tell them, and maybe they'll send me to pick you up if they see if you want to come back.
The police officer picking me up there, that would be
In my nice red Camry. But if you pee in it, I'll take you to jail.
But I have to pee.
All right, AJ. So is that where you'll probably be?
Yeah, unless you want me to stay, I'm happy to stay.
No, you're welcome to leave if you want to. If we wanted to come talk to you, is that where you think you'll be?
Yes.
Okay.
But AJ didn't go to the library. That's because he's a bloody liar. Instead, he drove to a Smith's grocery store and bought himself a little present. I might wonder what he bought. A bloody burner phone, of course.
The physical recovery photos are right here in the archive stone. Forensic technicians combed through the charred ash pile in his backyard. They found severely burned human tissue, bone fragments, and personal items belonging to Mackenzie.
Detectives are ready to talk to you about everything that's going on real fast, so if you want to come, I'll give you right back to the house real quick.
Oh, there's Fox News over there.
I know, I'm going to drive you back in my car. It's the camera, so...
We'll stay away from the news.
Yeah, we're not going to go by the news.
But I don't want my face on the news.
I will do that so it does. Okay, so stand up real quick.
We're just going to... Oh, are you arresting me or something?
No. Stand up.
No, why? You're going to be detained for a little bit.
You're being detained. But just for a second, okay? I got to put you in handcuffs just while we're driving.
Per policy, we're
just going to
go talk to detectives for a little bit.
Why is he detaining me?
Because you need to talk to the detectives, and I need to transport you back. So my policy says every time someone's in my car, they will wear handcuffs. So that's why they're.
But there's a news over there.
They can come right back.
We're probably not going to take. We'll take you to another spot, so you're not by the news.
Okay.
We should talk
How
about
did the news find out?
Yeah, we wonder the same thing.
I just want to make sure there's no weapons. So some money. I'm just going to leave that right there for you.
We have him 1082.
But the cellular tower data is what truly slammed the trap shut.
The tower data is magnificent. At 3 a.m. on June 17th, Ajayi's mobile phone and Mackenzie's mobile phone pinged the exact same cellular antenna towering over Hatch Park. They were within feet of each other. He intercepted an unarmed college student in the pitch blackness, dragged her back to his house, and took her life. A truly heroic display of power from a pathetic coward, isn't it?
The digital timeline shows he spent the next 48 hours actively trying to erase her existence. He was searching the internet for information on how to permanently destroy forensic evidence and how to mask the smell of burning flesh. He thought he was being a meticulous author researching a thriller.
Abso-bloody-lutely mental. He's typing murder manuals into his Google history, while his yard is actively smoking. It defies all known laws of evolutionary intelligence. He's a total muppet who mistook a basic knowledge of computers for a license to kill.
Let's passe the behavioral anatomy of Ayoola Ajayi. Forensic psychiatrists and profilers who dissected this file noted an extreme presentation of antisocial personality disorder with severe narcissistic duplication. He spent years writing a self-published novel about a horrific crime, literally using his fiction as a behavioral rehearsal for real-world violence.
Ezekiel was almost 15 when he witnessed a gruesome murder, An angry mob burned his neighbor alive in the streets, and the man died at his feet. Sadly, it was not the last time he witnessed such horror. With his well-respected father as guide and mentor, Ezekiel saw this death, then a death much closer to home when a loved one was killed in the same brutal, terrifying way 50 feet from him, and he could do nothing to stop it. Staggering to recover from these severe traumas, he finds relief and joy in meeting his first love, becomes embroiled in a grand theft, and experiences heartbreaking betrayal. Ezekiel must decide if he will join the ranks of a criminal mastermind or fight to escape the tyranny that has surrounded his young life, or even beat them at their own game. When trust is lost, can he even trust himself?
An aspiring author. Let's talk straight, Miller. He was an absolute cabbage who let his own dark, inadequate fantasies consume what little brain he had left. He didn't view Mackenzie as a human being with a family. He viewed her as a structural plot point in his own twisted narrative. He suffered from a massive cognitive overconfidence bias because he worked in tech. He genuinely believed that if he deleted the local application cache, the entire global data network would just magically suffer from amnesia.
And look at his behavior during the initial police contact. He sat there completely unbothered, smiling, offering a calm, deadpan stone mask to the detectives, claiming he had no idea who the girl was. He truly believed his digital tracks were completely invisible.
So, I have security camera in front of the house, and then I have one inside the house. So I go through the old video camera. Actually, so that's my baby. Remember, she was with me on that day. Okay. So according to the video, she was with me. So we were driving, and that was June 16th.
Okay.
I was going to bring the whole hard drive of the old security camera, but my lawyer told me that because you mentioned that the IP and everything, that I should hold back.
Okay.
And she asked me to be careful what I share with you, because she said it doesn't make sense for my IP to be showing.
Okay.
PTSD and anxiety, I just need to talk to someone whenever I'm alone and I'm freaking out.
So this is the seeking arrangement website?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I go through the whole everything. I can't see anyone that matched that profile and that matched that picture. I put it up on KUTV just like you put it up for me. I check all of them.
Okay.
But if you see, you can see most of them are in Seattle, Ogden, everywhere around the world.
Okay.
So I never even try to meet them. I just need someone to talk to whenever I'm freaking out, so to calm down. So even some of them are in Washington, D.C. And one in Logan. So all of them, all we just do is to talk. And if I met her from there, I'm positive that I probably don't want to meet her, because all this is not revealed to my baby mama, and I don't want her to know about it. So I never meet any of them.
So you're still saying that that's the only text, that's the only messages you got from her, right?
That I can remember. So, but for her to just send me a question mark, so there's a possibility that I've talked to her in the past. So, like, if I show you some of the messages, you will see that some people, I reached out to them like 2 years ago, and then they just randomly just message me.
Or someone was using your IP address, that's all.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to the bottom of it.
I would like to do that because I'm freaking out already. I have anxiety and I have PTSD, so that's why I've been calling you, like, please let me help if any way I can help. Even my lawyer don't want me to come here right now.
So earlier you said we could have to take your phone and download it. Are you still willing to do that or no?
I just need to call my lawyer and see if it's okay. Because I want to help as much as I can.
Sure.
But she's saying that some police just want to pin it on someone that they can.
AJ, the only reason, you can understand if this was your sister or something, or your mom, we'd be working just as hard to find her for you, okay? This family is in that same boat. We just want to do everything we can, and just because you've chatted with her, you've texted back and forth twice or however many times, and it's bouncing off your IP address, we just want to cross every avenue, make sure that people aren't involved, people who are staying with you, people might be parked outside of your house using your Wi-Fi. We just want to make sure.
AJ is allowed to leave, but only after detectives collect his phone for evidence.
That isn't a poker face, Miller. That's a bloody walking void. A total knob-end who couldn't comprehend that every single keystroke he made was being logged into an encrypted server archive. He didn't feel remorse because his ego was too busy admiring his own masterpiece. A complete and utter cabbage. Oh, look at the absolute brass neck on this total muppet. He rings up the police, panicking like a cornered rat, crying about his civil rights because an investigator dared to touch his precious little screen. Let's listen to this absolute masterclass in criminal delusion, Miller. Bring up the phone intercept audio right now.
Will you just come down and talk to me face to face? I don't like talking over the phone.
I just told you that my lawyer advised me that you're still asking me to calm down.
You said you couldn't get a hold of her.
Yeah, but she advised me against that yesterday.
I know, but
she doesn't.
When a lawyer pertains is when you're in custody. You're not in custody. We'd be downstairs at the apartment talking.
He's desperately trying to hide behind a solicitor who wasn't even answering his calls. But watch how he pivots when the detective presses him about the phone data. He starts accusing the team of illegal searches, claiming he saw them swiping through his device before the warrant was legally stamped.
Going through my phone before the warrant was approved.
He did not. I told you he was tapping the screen to keep it alive.
No.
Remember? That's why we had to get the pin from you?
No. We already get it. We already get it investigated. We already go through it. It was going through. It was swiping left and right.
No. Will you send that to me? Then we can talk about that?
Yes. And I will also show you another video from the security camera of your guys going through it before the warrant was approved. So I will send all this to you, and then you can talk to me.
But he never sent a single second of that footage. Because while he was busy playing the victim over the phone, the physical reality of what he had done was sitting in a remote ravine over an hour's drive away.
Exactly. He thought he was leading them on a wild goose chase. But he forgot the golden rule of modern forensics. Your phone always remembers your footsteps.
Despite his complete refusal to cooperate, the circuit breakers cracked his phone's background location logs. On June 25th, 15 days before his official arrest, the GPS coordinates placed AJ deep inside the rugged wilderness of Logan Canyon. It was remote, heavily wooded, and completely off the grid.
A digital breadcrumb trail straight to a nightmare. On July 3rd, recovery teams marched directly to those exact coordinates. And there, in the freezing mountain dirt, they made the discovery everyone had been dreading. Mackenzie's body was found in a shallow grave. Her hands were bound behind her back with a zip tie. Her remains had been partially burned, and she'd suffered a catastrophic, fatal blow to the skull.
The depravity didn't stop in the canyon stone. Divers later searched the Jordan River, then recovered her university student ID and the charred remnants of her clothing. He'd systematically tried to tear her entire life to pieces and scatter it across the state.
And through every single second of the subsequent interrogation, the absolute coward never gave a reason why. He never told investigators why he took her life. But you don't need a confession to see the cold, calculated premeditation here, Miller. The digital timeline proved he manually cut the power to his own home surveillance system the exact night he brought her back, and killed the power again on the exact days he moved her body.
A complete digital blackout. He brought her to his house, restrained her and struck her down. On July 10th, the local authorities officially threw the book at him. Aggravated murder, aggravated kidnapping, obstruction of justice, and desecration of a human body. In October 2020, faced with the undeniable physical ash fragments and the permanent encrypted app data logs, AJ realized his story was completely cooked. He entered a guilty plea to aggravated murder.
Oh, a beautiful transaction. The great author immediately drops his pen and signs the confession the millisecond the digital trap snaps shut. He traded a potential death penalty for a permanent life sentence without the possibility of parole. No public trial, no grand cinematic ending for his book, just a quiet, clinical ride to a concrete cage.
He's currently serving that life term in a maximum security facility, completely removed from the digital world he thought he could outsmart.
Because the ledger always balances, darling. You can burn the phone, you can torch the clothes, and you can take the absolute piss out of the local police. But you cannot gaslight a network server. Enjoy the life sentence, Ayoola. You wanted to write a legacy, and instead, you're just a pathetic number rotting in a cage. Transaction completely finished. Class dismissed.